Hello, busy bees. I'm your busy bee budget buddy. Welcome to my channel. Today I'll be doing a cash stuffing video. Before we get started, I wanted to take a moment to say that this is my own experience that I'm sharing with you and is not meant as advice of any professional sort. You are more than welcome to follow along on my cash stuffing journey. My goal is to inspire you to take control of your finances, however that looks for your situation. Now on to the video. For today's cash stuffing, I've already pulled out a total of $200 from my paycheck and will be stuffing different amounts into different categories. I'll first be going over which categories I'll be stuffing, then the amounts I'll be putting into each one, and finally the denominations and how I pick them. Let's get started. So the envelope categories are going to be coffee and dining out in my green binder. This is the one that I'm going to take with me most days. Like, it'll just stay in my purse. There's going to be another category in there, another envelope, and that's payment, but that one doesn't really get stuffed. It's more like a convenience because it gets paid pretty immediately. But I pull it out of my check so it can go into the right space. Then in the animal print binder, there's going to be Christmas, household, pets, and shopping. And I think I had an extra 20 and an extra 1 in my wallet that I think was from like a long time ago, a different cash stuffing that I never actually stuffed. That was supposed to go into coffee and something else. But since that never actually got used and it's been a while, I took it out of my wallet, my regular wallet, to put it into one of my binders, and I've decided I think that that's going to go into seasonal activities. In the rose gold binder, we're going to do car, debt, education, emergency, gifts, kids, and vacations, or vacation. The last 2 binders are going to stay at home, and the green one is the one, like I mentioned before, that is going to come with me. So let's go ahead and get this started. So in the green binder, we're going to do $20 for coffee. And in my last video, I mentioned I'm probably going to be doing this pretty quickly. I thought I was going to do it the same day, which was actually yesterday, because I've had these envelopes from the bank with the amounts in them that you saw me kind of pull in the beginning of this video. I had those and I thought I was going to stuff it on the same day because I just haven't gotten to my videos and I wanted to. It's stayed in my safe, which has helped me save it, which is kind of neat, but it wasn't exactly how I'd meant to do it. And so I thought, like I said, I was going to get to it yesterday and that I wasn't going to spend anything from coffee. Like, I thought everything was going to be the same, but because I couldn't do it yesterday and I didn't get to it until today is one of the days out of the week. I go twice a week to the coffee stand at most, and today is one of those days. So I did go to the coffee stand. The number did change. And in fact, my punch card right here, I have it backwards because I don't want people to see where I'm from. Like, it's a little too personal. So, but that's going to get stuffed its normal amount. But I did end up getting a coffee before the next time I recorded for you guys. So yeah, there is going to be 20. We're going to go ahead and add that. Today is the 7th. We're going to deposit $20, which will put us at a total of $30.82. And I'm actually going to take the bills out because I'm really particular about how I do it. These guys aren't really that flat, but I like to do it in the smallest on top and the largest on the bottom. But I want them like all the same bills to be together. And there is that one. Oh, I should probably put that back in. And then dining out is going to get 30, which this I know I haven't taken anything from, because like I said, I did my last video yesterday, because these are actually, I'm doing this in April, but these checks are actually from March that I was so sick. I had bronchitis and I was so sick for months. I literally was coughing just incredibly hard since December. So 3 months straight of coughing and just feeling awful. I couldn't have a full conversation, even a couple of sentences, without coughing. It was bad. And it wasn't until actually last week that the doctors were able to figure out that A, it was bronchitis, and B, get me the right stuff to help me heal from that. And I still have the residual cough, as you've kind of heard, but it's nothing compared to what it was. So this should put us at, oh, whoops, I put the wrong amount in here. So 30 plus 30 is not 30, it is 60. In case you weren't sure, because apparently I am not today. So we have 20, 40, 50, 60. So like I said, this normally doesn't have $60. We don't eat out that much. We don't need that much to go into, but because I've had these checks ready to go, they have just been sitting in my safe. I have not had a chance to stuff them because I really wanted to do them for a video. I haven't touched that, which is kind of, I guess, nice because it means it's not going anywhere. It just is unexpected the way it's worked out. Okay, so for Christmas, we are doing $10. And I know it's April and Christmas right now probably feels pretty far away for a lot of people, but I want to really have something like set up and ready to go. I actually had started this video, in case you weren't here for any of my last ones, I started this channel in November, and or at least started putting up videos in November. I put one up, and I didn't have a whole lot saved for Christmas and ended up actually having to pull from this. Like, some stuff came up and it wasn't exactly how I'd wanted it to go, but it worked out okay, because even though I ended up taking stuff out of all of my binders to pay for some, like a bill I wasn't expecting, I had it ready to go. And it's okay to make mistakes. Like, things don't always go perfectly. And if you need to start over, if you have some hiccups here and there, it's okay. You're still learning how to do this, and life happens. So if you end up in a space where you started cash stuffing and it feels a little bit overwhelming because something happens, don't beat yourself up for that. It's totally normal, totally fine. Okay, so back to this. Back on track. Electronics isn't getting anything. Gym isn't getting anything this time. Gym isn't for like cash stuffing for my monthly payment for the gym. It's actually for the annual amount that they take out, the annual fee. And I think it's only like $50, but I think my goal is $75 just in case for taxes, like to account for that, because I think it's like $49.99 plus tax. And I could do the math, but I'm not gonna. I'd rather just save $75 and then have it be a little bit easier next year. Household is getting $5, which I didn't stuff anything into this one from the last check. So that is going to put us at a total of $5. Come on. I'm not sure I have a goal yet for household. This is going to be for things that maybe need repairs, or smaller things, like smaller repairs, nothing big. Like maybe I need to go and get a shower head or something like that. Makeup is getting nothing. Personal I'm not going to show it on here because I don't want to go on into the super details of what personal is for me, but I will tell you what it's for. So for me, personal is a weight loss thing. And as I lose the weight, I have a little tracker. I'm not going to show you what it is specifically on the other side because, again, that's really personal. But I am going to, as I lose weight, I'm going to pull out a set amount for each pound that I'm losing, and I'm going to save that up, and maybe even after I've lost the weight, I might keep it as more like a consistency reward for like doing the things that get me healthier, not just the results of it, because sometimes, like, you've probably heard the saying, if you're familiar at all with weight loss, that it's not linear. And so I don't want it to just be based off how much weight I've lost, but I do want to have some sort of like incentive, because then maybe I can get some cute like gym outfits or something like that. Pets is going to be getting 5. That is going to bring our total for pets to $10, because I did stuff that yesterday. Depositing $5 brings us to 10. And I don't know when, but I know at some point I will likely be condensing these, so that way it's smaller bills, or a smaller amount of bills, not into smaller bills, but combining it, because that's what I like best. And while we're on that subject, that is actually the way I pick my denominations, is I want it to be the least amount of bills total. So, for example, with debt, you'll notice that I do $37.50, and that's going to be a 20, a 10, a 5, 2 ones, 2 quarters, because I want it to be as small as possible, because I know I don't have quite everything set up how I want to with excuse me, with like high yield savings and stuff, but I do want it to be easy to do when I go to put the amount in there, or before I put the amount into a high yield savings that I get, because I know that this is going to end up taking a lot of space. So the less space I need to use for bills, the better. So now we have seasonal activities, which normally wasn't going to be getting stuffed yet, but I had the extra 21 in my wallet, so this is where that is going to. And then, again, if you haven't seen my other video yet, seasonal activities is going to be for stuff like the pumpkin patch when that comes up, which again, I know is kind of far away right now. And we don't actually spend that much at the pumpkin patch. We actually found one that was surprisingly inexpensive. And I just want something set up for those kinds of activities, so we can just have it ready to go. And again, it wasn't expensive, which was kind of nice. It surprised me because the other pumpkin patches in the area were quite spendy, but not the one we went to. So that worked out really well, but I want it to be even better. All right, so shopping is going to get $5. Shopping is for stuff like Amazon Prime Day for me, not for like just regular shopping. I don't necessarily stuff my regular bills or the like the groceries, anything like that. I try to keep that kind of like the amounts we typically use in my account, because we have a large family that we shop for every week, and trying to stuff for things like groceries, it just doesn't work for us. So shopping is going to get $5. And that is going to complete what we're stuffing for the animal print binder, because Yard isn't getting anything, and that actually won't be getting stuffed for a while. We've already purchased what we were going to purchase with that recently. And so instead of it going into the binder, it's actually going straight into the account to pay for that, kind of like the payment one that I was talking about. So in the rose gold binder, we're going to start with car, which is going to get 15. And I stuff this one every single time because there's always, some sort of maintenance to be done, whether it's like an oil change or, tires, stuff like that. So I just stuff it every time. This is going to get 15, which will then put our total to 30. Does that look funny? There we go. 04, 07. Puts us at 30. Which is a 10 and a 5. So that is 10, 20, 25, 30. I may end up increasing par at some point. Right now, it doesn't necessarily need it, though. Oh, come on. Cooperate. There we go. Bloop. Bloop. All right. I hope you're enjoying my sound effects. Clothing is getting nothing. Debt is going to get $37.50. Debt and emergency get the same. And I actually have a tracker for debt because I'm trying to go with, I already have payment plans for pretty much all of my bills, I think. And debts, I need to double check. I need to go back through and make sure. But I am actually also stuffing from the smallest to the largest as well. And as I hit like certain milestones, so I have 2 different debt trackers right now. One will be a total of 300, and I think that this one is 1,000 if I remember right. But point is, this will start with the smallest one to save up for, so that way I can just pay it off once I have the total amount, and that'll make life a little bit easier. Plus, it's kind of fun to color these in. I was going to use like a marker or a crayon because I thought that was going to be nicer. But it turns out like I have this pack of, I think they're from the dollar store. I got them for Christmas, but I think they're from the dollar store. And I don't mean this Christmas. I got this for Christmas literally years ago. I don't even think the pandemic had even happened at that point. And it looks really nice. I like that color of green together. But it was a colorful pack and just so cute. So we are going to be depositing another $37.50. Which we had an extra $1 the last time I cash stuffed already in here. So $37.50 plus $38.50 is $76. I knew that. Why did I do the calculator? I don't know. But that's okay. So 20, 30, 5, 36, 37, and 2/4. This went back. So let's confirm that that's how much that is. All right, so we have I'm actually going to do it this way because I like counting biggest to smallest. So 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. 75, 76. Perfect. Well, come on. Maybe taking it all out was a mistake. So I will need to update the debt tracker, which I'm going to make a note of that right now so I don't forget. Let me find a sticky note. Where did I put those? I just had them. Oh my goodness. Here's some sticky notes. We'll do that really quick. Let's write that down so I don't forget. Update debt tracker. Where am I going to put this? Like here? Yeah, I think that's good. All right, moving on. So we have debt done. Next will be education. That is getting 5. Didn't have anything from the last one, so its total is going to be 5. I'm tempted to start a binder as well for cash stuffing or for YouTube, one of the two, like something like that. So that way I have, like if I need to get something for one of the channels that I do or for the cash stuffing, like I know that I want, I don't know if I have any in this one that doesn't have it, but some of my, envelopes don't have a label on them. And I wouldn't mind getting, so this binder doesn't have any, but there's a couple of them that don't have, like coffee from the first binder. That one doesn't have a label on it. And I would like a coffee label specifically. I just think that would be kind of nice. But I could save up for something like that. That might be a little bit fun. Okay, so emergency is getting the same as debt because those are my two highest priorities. They are each getting $37.50, and this one also had an extra dollar in it when I started doing the last cash stuffing. So that is also going to bring us to a total of $76 even. And we will confirm that as well. I think my first goal with emergency is to get to a total of maybe like 500. And then like that'll be a milestone. I haven't decided if I'm going to just keep going after, like I know I'm eventually going to keep going after that. Like I'm not going to stop at 500. That doesn't make me feel comfortable. But 20, 35, 36, 37. But I do think 25.50 that I might prioritize something else, like take a mini break from doing emergency for a minute just to work on something else that I want to do. So it's not just working on emergency and debt, not just working on this and that. But I haven't decided on that yet. So let's double check it. We should be at $76. We have 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74. We'll put that in there. So we should have $2 in quarters. We have 1 and 2, which puts us at 76. I do think I want to do like a little tracker like I have on the debt one, because I think I really like the debt one. It's super cute. There's a few trackers I actually really want to make. I have a Christmas one ready. I just need to print it. I just haven't done that yet. But you know, that's okay. Gifts is getting 10. And it currently has nothing in it. I think I typically am going to be cash stuffing this every time, but I can't remember what I have planned. I have it written down. I just don't have it with me, or I don't have it up and all that so I can see. So gifts has 10 with a total of 10. Hair is getting 5. One thing I mentioned in my other videos is that with hair, the reason I stuff so little is that I go to the cosmetology program through the community college to get my haircuts, because they need to learn and my hair's going to grow back. Like I'm grateful. Not everyone's does, but you know, mine grows at a pretty decent rate. And so I'm not too worried about if they cut it a little bit too short or they do it a little bit wrong. Even when they mess up, like there was one time, was it the last time or the time before, I think, I got my hair cut and it was a little bit shorter than I typically liked. Health is going to be getting nothing. But they have, you know, their instructors there to go through every single step. You're not going to just get, you know, your hair chopped off and it be a total disaster. That's not what they do, thankfully. And literally every single step, the instructors are there to check every single thing. So kids is getting $5. And I did stuff that last time. I stuffed this one every time. So it's going to be at a total of 10. And there's a lot of things, like I don't do a zero-based budget like a lot of people do. I'm not quite comfortable with that. So kids getting 5 each time, that doesn't seem like a lot when you think about the fact that they have, you know, baby food if they're still in that stage. They have different snacks. They have clothes that they're going to need what feels like constantly, diapers, wipes, those sorts of things. I don't stuff those sorts of things. Those stay in my account. Like I account that there needs to be a buffer because I'm still new enough at this that I don't stuff everything I spend on kids in a month or a paycheck, a pay period. So I just do 5. That's going to be nice enough. And he's still going to get everything that he needs. Utilities is actually my phone bill, and we pay for that yearly. This is already stuffed. This is basically paid in full at this point. I just have it ready to go. We take that out with income tax, so we don't have to worry about it. So vacation is going to get 10. And we did stuff that last time. I think I stuff every time for vacation. I don't know when my next vacation is, but we're just gonna stuff for them anyway. Because they're gonna happen eventually, right? Oh, what is this doing? Okay. I don't know why it's being funky. Oh, there's tape on this. Can you see that? There's tape on that. Weird. So let's get that in there. That puts us at a total of 20. because I have not taken a vacation since the last time I did the video yesterday. So 0407 deposit $10. So that puts us at 20 even. And I have an extra dollar. I think there was actually supposed to be 22 that went into seasonal activities. So why don't we go back to that? Sure. Yeah, I think that was supposed to be 22. That's okay. All right. So we are going to find that really quick. I believe that was in here. Personal seasonal activities. We're going to add $1, which will put us at a total of $22. $1 deposit puts us at a balance of $22 even. Perfect. So I'll go ahead and still go over, like I had mentioned. See, this is one of the ones that doesn't have the envelope label, and I think I want those. All right, so 21 to $22. Like I mentioned before, I am doing my best to have like the smallest amount of bills possible. So when I cash stuff, with the exception of like that last one where it got an extra one that it wasn't necessarily originally planning on getting, I try to, let's put my pen back where it goes, do the smallest amount of bills possible so it will stay flatter for longer, because I haven't picked my high yield savings account yet. And I want as much room as possible for that. Why is that not staying down? There we go. We'll do that. Okay. So, oh, sorry. I hope that wasn't loud. I just hit my microphone. That is all that I'm going to be stuffing. So that's everything for this video. If you liked it and want to keep following along, please feel free to continue watching. You can like, share, and subscribe and comment. I love doing this. It's actually a lot of fun for me. If you think that there's someone that's going to get some value out of this content, also share it with them. I'm excited to share my journey and experience with you guys. Good luck. Have a great day. And yeah, I'm wishing you as much luck on your own cash stuffing and budgeting journeys. I hope you have a wonderful day. I am the Busy Bee Budget Buddy. Have a great one.